What's up y'all, welcome to this new video. We're back at the field and today I'm gonna do a throwing workout specifically for swinging and breaking the mark. We're gonna start off with a couple of exercises on stability and then we'll get over to the real work. Okay, so first off, maybe it's important to tell you guys why you should work on your stability. Let's say you're in a game situation, you have only one option, you have to throw the around and you pivot like this and you lose your balance and then you have to throw something weird. It's not gonna work. So that's the reason why we work on our stability, so that we have a stable base to throw an easy pass. Of course the gloves have to come off. I never play with gloves. I have 10 discs over here. I'm gonna do every drill one time with the full stack, so 10 throws. So the first exercise on stability is gonna be on one leg. You stand on your pivot leg like this. So I pivot with my left foot because I throw with my right hand. Like this. The pivot foot is the one that always stays at the same place. So I'm gonna stand on this one alone and I'm gonna do an easy backhand. Just 10 in a row. My other foot is not allowed to touch the ground while I do the throwing motion. Let's go. After 5 throws, you switch legs. Okay, so then we're gonna do the same thing, but flicks of course. So you start on the pivot foot. Switch legs again. Okay, next we're gonna do the same thing, stand on one leg, but this time before the throw we're gonna do a fake. So you stand on your pivot foot and you throw backhand. You can make this easier or more difficult by doing a big fake or a small one. For example, if you're not really stable, you can just do this and throw a backhand. If you're very stable and you want to challenge yourself, make a big fake and then throw a backhand. Let's go. Then, same thing, but the other way around. Still on one foot, but we're gonna do a backhand fake and then a forehand throw. This is also good to switching your hand from a backhand to a forehand without having to take it in your hand, place it right and throw it. That you can just throw like this. Again, 5 each leg. Also, if you're wondering why I'm wearing this and sometimes my gloves in between the sets, it's because it's very cold out here, don't mind me. Last exercise for the stability is still gonna be on one leg, 5 each side again, but this time instead of making a full fake and then throwing the other throw, we're gonna make a shimmy. So that means with the upper body, you go towards the throw that you want to fake. So in this case I want to fake the forehand, so I'm gonna do this and then go to a backhand. The most important part of this exercise is to stay stabilized and to make sure your throw is good. Then lastly, same thing, but the other way around, of course. So stand on one foot, shimmy to the backhand, and then you throw forehand. Let's go. Next up, we're going to be throwing around. We're going to practice the around throw, and we're going to focus on different release points. The first release point being very low, literally as low as you can without making it a drop. I always try to imagine myself on a field. That way I can have more awareness on where I want to throw in game. So in this case, the field is like this. I'm close to the sideline. I'm looking up front, and I'm going to try to hit an around swing over there. So I'm going to look upfield. Then I'm going to step out around and try to release as low as possible. Pretty easy, 10 discs in a row. Again, make sure that if you step out, you're stable, so you have a stable base and you can throw an easy around pass. Okay, we're gonna do another set of arounds, but this time, instead of trying to go as low as possible, we're gonna try to go as far away from your body as possible. What I mean by this is, imagine you have a very, very big mark. You want to go as far as possible, so if you make a big step like this, and then you throw like this, it's pretty useless, because your mark is still gonna be here. You want to make a big step, and then release far as well. You see, this is a pretty long distance from here to cover for the mark. If you do all the effort to make a big step and then you do this, it's a bit a waste of energy and you're probably gonna get blocked, to be honest. That's gonna be the focus for this exercise. So like this, and you go far. Again, same scenario. I'm watching that way and I want to hit my reset over there. Okay, and then lastly for the arounds, we're going to do an exercise on high release. I think I've explained this before in a previous video, but if your mark is standing really low and close like this, which I've seen happen a lot of times, it shouldn't even be a problem to just do this, right? So that's what we're going to be practicing with this exercise. Still same scenario, you're watching the front, you cannot see anything, you want to hit your reset handler. So we're going to turn around and just do a high release like this. I always like to add a little motion to it, because that way you can follow your disc, you can do whatever. I like it more than to do this and then be static in the same position. I prefer to go high and then to continue running. So again, that's what we're going to be doing. Make sure you make this active and you make this believable. If you're going to do like this, you probably even will still get hand blocked. So make sure you do this a little active and make it believable. So like this. Okay, next we're gonna go over to the inside throws. We're gonna start off with the first one, which is gonna be the low release one. So again, same thing. You're gonna go inside and make sure you try to release as low as possible. I notice that I automatically do like a little shimmy before I throw. Because if you don't make a small fake before you throw, this is a throw that's very prone to foot blocks. Because if your mark is standing over here and you throw here, that's basically almost like this blockable. If you prefer to do something else, like this, and then throw, or make a full fake and then throw a low release, you can do that as well. I just prefer the shimmy. Okay, next is gonna be an ojo. I have to be honest, I don't know if this is a universal frisbee term or if this is just something we use, but what it means is basically if you have a flick mark over here, you're gonna throw a flick, but you're gonna throw it outside. So it's gonna arrive in the break side nevertheless, but you don't have to like go all the way like this. You just throw it outside and it turns into the break side. Let's throw a couple. Then last drill for this throwing workout is gonna be an inside forehand again, but this time you want to throw a flat throw. So not outside or not like inside and low. You want to throw it like medium high, but flat. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to step out very far, rotate your upper body a bit into the break side and throw a flat one over here. We're gonna hit 10. Okay, so after that you might think you're done with the workout, but I have to disappoint you guys. You're not done yet, because remember you only did around backhands and inside flicks. Now you have to do it the other way around. So you have to do inside backhands and around forehands. We're gonna start off again with around forehands and try to release it as low as possible. This time again, make it realistic. The field is over there. I want to hit my reset over there. Now I have to be honest with y'all, I haven't really used this one a lot in game, and that's for one very simple reason. I have another one that works better for me and that's easier. So I'm gonna show it to you. And it's the one with the far release. So again, same scenario, field is over there. I'm trying to hit my reset handler over there. Okay, my mic died, so we're gonna continue like this. Now for the next throw, normally it was the high release backhand. For the forehand, I do think it's quite ineffective. So if you would do it and your field is in that direction, it would mean you have to do something like this and then do this. I think that's a high chance of turning it over, so I just don't use it. Then if we go over to the insides, we're gonna do backhand insides. First one being, you go to the inside and you release it as low as possible. So like this, low, and of course has to go to the break side. Okay, so next one is gonna be the ojo, but from the backhand. So remember, for the flick, it was like this, and you throw it around, but it goes to the brake side. For the backhand, it's going to be the same thing. So imagine you have a backhand mark like this, you throw like this, and you throw an outside that still continues to the brake side over there. All right, let's hit some. Now I do have to say I like the Ojos on the backhand side a lot less than on the forehand side. Let me give you an example. So in the first example I'm gonna be with a forehand mark and I'm a handler and the stack is right in front of me. The first cut comes out of the stack to the open side. I don't hit him and he slashes over to the brake side. What is an easy solution if you fake this one? To just throw this. An Ojo like this in the brake side. Why would this work? Because it's a very easy throw to do this and then to do this. It's very quick and you have to put some power behind it to hit it at the right spot. Of course, the person that's crossing the field is going to be at top speed, so you have to hit them in the belly at top speed. Now in example 2, we're going to be on a backhand side. You're still a handler, the stack is still in front of you, and somebody runs under like this to the backhand side. You don't hit them, and then they slash over to the brake side, and then you have to hit them like this. In my opinion, this takes a longer time, is harder to hit with precision, and the wind-up takes a little longer, which can make it a bit predictable for the defender who can just jump in front. So this, also with a flick you can put a lot of force like this, but with a backhand it's very hard to put a lot of force like this. With a backhand you really have to charge your shoulder to put a lot of force into it, like this. And it just takes a little longer time. That's why I don't like it as much. Now for the last exercise, we're gonna be doing the backhand insides, which are pretty much flat and go to the brake side. So again, you're gonna pivot inside, far away, and you're gonna release far from your body as well. Keep it flat and throw it to the brake side. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. That was it for today. Be sure to give this workout a try because it's really fun and it's helpful on the field. I hope every one of you has a blessed day and see y'all in the next one.